Wakey, wakey.
By Grabthar's hammer. What a savings.
Welcome back to I'll Make a Stay Out of You, the podcast where I, Phil, introduce Stray Kids to my friend Tom, who has Grabthar's hammer. Tom, how you doing? How's it going?
I'm good. I'm a little
That was
tired.
going too well.
Oh.
The intro was going too well. I had to sabotage it.
Right. Yeah. Welcome back to I'll Make a Stay Out of You, the podcast where we change the intro every week.
That's right. Yeah. I felt like I was doing an intro and I was like, oh God, like this, this feels like I'm about to do like an intro that just sounds like a normal intro.
Too professional.
Yeah. It was too professional for me. I can't be having this.
No.
Yeah. So
We got to throw in some soundboard effects there. Like
I had to ruin it. No,
that's
anyway,
this one.
yeah. Oh, wait, that wasn't right. No, I wanted the there it is. Anyway, how are you doing this week? How's your week been? What are you up to?
Honestly, my week has been pretty good because I had Monday through Wednesday off. You know, my mother came into town and so we went into the city.
Saw the Bean.
We did not go see the Bean. No, we didn't go to the Bean.
How dare you?
It's okay. I mean, look, I've seen the Bean. It's not special, okay? But I've also seen the pyramids, and I also don't think those are special. So, you know, you take what you can get, I guess. Chicago was all right. There was a lot of on Saturday. There was a lot of like Free Palestine type stuff happening. Like cops were fucking everywhere. Some streets were closed down, and there were like people walking around the streets with flags and stuff. And it was pretty intense.
Sounds like it.
We had some pretty good sushi. We went on a little walking tour of like talking about gangsters and ghosts of Chicago.
Yeah. How was that? How was the walking tour?
It was 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't bad. It was a nice little glimpse into Chicagoan history, but Anna and I both felt that the tour guide kind of he left a lot of details out. Like he kind of kept it pretty short, like short and sweet, just like, and then this happened and this was a guy and he did stuff. And then we're like, but there's more to that story. What are you doing? You know, I want a full fucking novel about this, you know?
Well, okay. I you know, you told me that before, that the guy was not very specific, but I almost feel like I might be on the guy's side at this point after having heard that it was a 2-hour walking tour. And I'm like, oh man, it would have been a 3-hour walking tour had he gone into all the details. Like, I don't know.
I would, if it were, maybe that's where we fucked up. Maybe if it were like a bus tour, then they could go into more detail.
Oh yeah, totally. Because they could just drive.
Yeah. We thought about doing that. We were looking at some like other tours that we could do that involved sitting and possibly eating. You know, that would have been. I recommend that is the way to go. I think if you're gonna go on a tour of Chicago, go on a boat tour.
Oh yeah, Jeanette went on a what was it called? A duck tour. She'll chime in. It was called a duck tour, and it was a bus that was amphibious.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they this was in Boston, and so they were like driving around doing a tour, and then they were just like into the fucking water, and they just like scooted around in the water for a while too. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The architecture boat tour. Yeah, we thought about doing that one, but we didn't because. I don't know. We decided to do other things. After the tour, we were sitting around in the hotel room and we were like, we should get some massages, you know? And, but they like all the good places that we found, like obviously would not do. Like, you couldn't just call and be like, hey, we're going to be there in 30 minutes. You got a spot for us? They were like, no. So we had to schedule for the next day. And then, which I didn't want to drive. We drove the first day. But then I was like, I don't want to fucking drive in Chicago anymore. So the next day we had to take the train in, which meant that we had to wake up super early so that we could catch the train that would like get us there and give us enough time to like, you know, not run to the spa. You know what I mean? So
right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then so this is Sunday. I'm like, I hop out of the shower and I'm drying off. I fucking pull my back, like some neck back muscle, like,
oh no,
just crazy.
You're so old.
It like, I was in it was crippling. And I was just in the bathroom, like, and then I just hear from the bedroom Anna laughing at me, being like, what's going on in there? And I'm like, but luckily I had a massage scheduled for that day. So, you know,
yeah. Were they able to work that out for you? They took care of it?
It felt good for a little bit afterwards, but it came back. It still hurts a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that's too bad. Yeah. It'd be nicer if that didn't happen. I mean, like, yeah, you know,
yeah,
you should get a Thai massage if they have one. And Chicago's a big city. You should do that. They do that on The Amazing Race sometimes, especially when they're in Thailand. And and I know, surprising. and people will be getting it done and be screaming in pain because it's like a lot of it is like reflexology.
Want that? I don't want to be screaming in pain.
No, listen. They do like reflexology, which means like, do you remember when we were watching? See, I'm gonna bring it back to Stray Kids. When we watched Finding Stray Kids, and they were doing the buddy catcher thing, and Hyunjin had to wear the acupressure sandals with the rocks on them that hurt his feet really bad. Like that kind of reflexology pressure on your feet, like they do that with their hands and like dig it into different spots to like fix your liver. So yeah, it could be fun.
No, I don't want that, because the massage that I got was deep tissue, and like she went fucking hard. Like I didn't enjoy it, to be honest. Like it was okay, but I left and I was just like, I think I'm bruised. Like she like got in there. Maybe I'm just a little baby. I don't know. I'm just a little guy.
Yeah, maybe.
You know,
you are just a little guy.
I'm just a little guy.
Yeah.
But she also, cause I told her, I was like, yeah, like my neck, like I pointed to the area. I was like, this is like, I pulled it earlier and it's I'm in a lot of pain there. And she was like, oh, okay, I'll put some like heat stuff. So she gave me like this heat cream. And then she got this fucking heating pad and put it on top of it. And it was fucking burning. It felt like I was on fire. And then she left it there for like 20 minutes. And I'm just like, it hurts. But I didn't say that. I was just like, no, you're a man. You know?
You just manned your way through it. Wow. Be a man. Yeah. Cry in pain.
Yeah. I gave her no indication that I was in any amount of discomfort, but in my mind, I'm just like, I hate this.
That's awesome. Oh man. Yep. Yeah. That's, well, you know, I'm glad that you're better now and you're not going through that. Are you still, she gave you the cream, right? So are you still using it? The burning cream?
No, like she put it on. That's what I mean.
I see. I thought you were saying, okay, I thought she gave you some to take with you and then also used it. All right.
No, if she gave me some to use, I would have thrown it away immediately.
It hurt you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got a mani-pedi, right? Didn't you do that too?
And I got a mani-pedi. She was
and you
out
got
there.
One too?
Also, no.
Oh, okay.
Also, one thing that I should say about no hate on my mom. I love her, you know.
Yeah.
But she's a talker, okay? And for the first half of my massage, because she also got a massage at the same time as me.
So she was like jabbering
in a different, in the room next to mine. She was getting a massage. So like my mom and I were getting massages, and Anna was getting a mani-pedi in the other room.
I get you. Okay.
For the first half of my massage, if I didn't know that it was my mother in the other room, I was gonna like tell my masseuse, I was gonna be like, can you go next door and tell that woman to shut the fuck up? Because she was just yabbering on.
Oh my God. So embarrassing. Look, I won't have any Alice slander on this podcast, okay? We stan Alice, okay?
Look, I mean, I put up with it because I knew it was my mom, and I was like, yeah, okay, she's just a talker, but if it were anyone else, I would have been like, come on, I'm trying to relax here, and all I can hear is white woman over there talking.
That's great. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, good. Yeah, that's fun. That's great. What I was going to talk about seems so trivial now because you had such an adventure. I wanted to talk about like my son, Logan, you know him. He's in school, and at home, right, we have his iPad pretty locked down. He can use YouTube Kids, but only videos we allow him to see, because like, you know, when autoplay happens, you just don't know what. Yeah, like I've been on the internet for long enough, right?
Yeah.
I've seen some things when I was way too young to see them, and I'd like to prevent him from having that experience, you know. So that would be nice. But at school, they have iPads that they get to use, and at the end of the day, if they do very well, they get some like free time where they can like play on their iPads and do whatever they want. And because Logan is doing very well in school right now, he gets it every day. And so he gets on to YouTube Kids, and it is still YouTube Kids, so it is only quote unquote kids content. So like at least he's more protected than if he was just on fucking free YouTube.
Yeah.
But like, but it's, you know, not locked down at all. And so he has gotten kind of obsessed with this one Minecraft YouTuber, and who's like so hyper, so like the exact epitome of like what you imagine a Minecraft YouTuber for kids would be like. Just being like, oh, today we're going to blah 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 blah. We're gonna do this. Oh, I can't believe this guy's doing this to me. Oh, I'm doing it to him.
Why did that like?
And it
reminded me of like a 1950s like radio broadcaster or something.
Oh my God. Anyway, it is exhausting. It's like, obviously, like, it's so frustrating to listen to, because I'm just like, Logan, this is a written script. None of this is real. He's hamming it up. There's a million cuts. Like, he's like telling it, like the video is like, I'm having a good time with my friends on my Minecraft server, and it's like, this is all written, this is just a story, this is nothing different. It's just so frustrating. And like, but he really likes it, whatever. Like, I'm okay with him liking Minecraft, and he's been playing on Minecraft creative mode, and that's fine. Like, he can do whatever he wants, like just enjoy, right? And that's all good, right? Like, I'm fine with that. But it's just so annoying that like he's been obsessed with this one YouTuber, and especially because, like, you know, if he got into like a YouTuber that was like a bigger channel or whatever that I'm aware of, at the very least I would be able to be like, oh, I know who that is, but I've never fucking heard of this person. I don't know if he's gonna watch a video where suddenly they're doing or saying something that like I wouldn't want him to be experiencing in first grade. You know what I mean? Like, and I just don't know.
Now you gotta go watch all of those videos,
and I'm not gonna fucking do that. So, and I literally tried to be like go on the internet and be like, is there like search for this guy and controversy, search for this guy, and like, you know, like I'm like trying to find like, is there anyone who knows who this person is and will say like, he's fine, it's harmless, or like, I don't know, man, it turned my, you know, nephew into a shithead, you know. So I don't know, I don't know what to, you know. And it's one of those things that's hard, because when he gets home, he'll be like, oh, I've been watching this one video. It's so great. It was so fun. I really liked it. And I'm like, I'm so happy for you. And he's like, nah, yeah, but it was really good. And I was enjoying watching it. And I'm like, well, that's great. I'm glad you liked that. And he's like, well, but like, you know, it was so good.
It was really good.
And I'm like, do you want something? And he's like, can you add it to my YouTube Kids? And I'm just like, oh, fucking. And like, you know, we started by like, I let him have like a couple, right? Like one or two, like a few videos. He's got probably about 4 or 5 of these videos approved for him to watch. But then like one day he was just like, can I just have the whole channel? Because I don't know what video I'm going to, you know, I'm not sure what the video is and I'd rather just look for it or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't know. And so like Jeanette and I had to have this whole conversation about like, I mean, at school, he's got full access to this channel. And so we literally have no control. Like he is going to watch every video on this guy's channel that's available to him on YouTube Kids. So like, would we rather him do that in a like away from our eyes and not know what's going on, or would we rather have it at home? Or, you know, and like what we kind of settled on in a way is like, well, he might have full access at school and that's fine because at school he has like 10 minutes at the end of the day. So there's no way for him to like really get sucked in. Whereas at home he has like, an hour to like play on his iPad. Right. So I don't want to give him unrestricted access to this channel to spend an hour watching somebody else's videos.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I still am unsure about it. Right. Because it's just like, I don't want him to see like Jeanette and I and being at home as like the obstruction. You know, school is always supposed to be the obstruction, and this is supposed to be the kind of more free place where he can like express himself and like do art and, you know, play how he wants and not have as much, like guidelines. Like we can do fun things and make it fun and safe. But yeah, I don't know. It's tough. Being a parent is hard because like my parents didn't know. I mean, my dad was like, he was a computer scientist, right? Like he's a programmer.
Yeah.
So he's been on the internet as long as I have because we got the internet when he needed it for work. So, you know, he's been on the internet, but he hasn't been on the internet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because he's still a boomer. No offense, Dad, if you ever listen to this, but
he won't.
Kinda, right?
Yeah.
He would probably would he consider himself Gen X? I don't know what the generational cutoff is, but he was born in 59. So whatever that is, you know.
Yeah.
Is that a boomer? He's a boomer. What a boomer.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know, it's like, I don't know. It is definitely, but it's hard, right? Because he's still going to be pushing the boundaries of like, well, I don't know. I saw this one really good video today and I'm just like, so cool for you, you know. Just I don't know. And like the other thing, of course, is that like I now think back to like my mom used to constantly, this is not trauma, I promise, I would come and talk to her like after school and I would just be like telling her about my day and whatever was going on, and she'd be like, Phil, you're babbling. And then like she would like stop me and not let me tell get my story out, right?
Yeah.
And which is hard, right? Especially for somebody who likely has ADHD.
Right. Because to tell a story, you have to give context behind the story before you actually can
exactly
tell the
right.
story.
No, yeah, you have to get it out. Well, but like, you know, I'm sure like Jeanette is great, right? Because like I will go to her and be like, okay, here's what happened in season 3 of Fear the Walking Dead, and then give her a full play-by-play, and she'll just put her phone down and listen, and it's wonderful. Mm-hmm. Right. But this is it's like
that's
okay.
That's tough for me though.
But here's the thing: is that like when Logan comes and wants to tell me the story of like this YouTuber and how in this episode, he pranked his friend by being a dog. I'm just like, man, I don't give a shit about this.
Yeah.
So like in some ways,
man.
like I'm like, okay, I know that my mom told me like, you're babbling. Come on, like, get to the point, kind of a thing. But I'm like, oh man, I couldn't care any less about this fucking Minecraft YouTube shit. Like, I just do not care. And I feel bad because, like, you know, he's my kid. And I want to care
about something.
Well, and I want to care about what he cares about, but I really don't care about this at all.
Yeah. I know that's definitely. I think ADHD probably plays a part in that too, because, I mean, I even felt a little bit of that when I was over that one time, and you know, I was sitting with Logan and we were playing that game on the iPad. And he just like, you know, like, I get it. You get hyper fixated on shit and want to just keep doing that forever. And he's sitting there going, oh, let's play another round. And like after like 3 rounds, I'm like, oh, I really don't want to.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
But
He's
I
a
did
funny
anyway.
kid.
I did anyway. I played with him for I don't know how long we played, but I know that it was a while because he kept going over to you being like, Papa, more time.
Yeah, he needed more time on his iPad. And I was like, well, since you're playing with Tom, I guess I'll approve it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you could have been like, no, don't.
I thought about it so often, but I didn't want to be rude. I wanted to be like, no, we should stop.
Yeah, I would give him 15 minutes every time. So it was like a 15, because otherwise, like, okay, I like Apple. I like the parental controls and stuff that they have on the devices and stuff. But the options for approving more time are like 15 minutes, 1 hour, or forever, like for the rest of the day. And I'm like, sometimes I just want to give 30 minutes. Could I not have like a text entry field and just be like, yeah, give him 35 minutes? Like, what would be the harm in that? But it jumps from 15 to an hour, which is wild. Yeah. Anyway, so it's been a time. It's fine, you know. I'm okay with it. And he's been having a good time at school, so it's just kind of like, you know, I try not to be a hater. We had fun trick-or-treating. Trick-or-treating was super fun with the kids. I saw on Reddit a bunch of these posts that were just like, are people not trick-or-treating anymore? Like, I don't understand what's happened. Nobody's coming to my house, and I just don't think people are doing this thing anymore. And it even got talked about today when I was watching Andy's stream. Like, people were like, oh, are people not doing this? And I'm like, man, like, our neighborhood, as we were leaving, people already had started to get out to trick or treat. And then when we went to our friend's neighborhood to do the trick or treating, and there were kids everywhere, roaming packs of people trick or treating. It was like exactly as I would have remembered it. And maybe it's just like the neighborhoods that we're in because we're in the suburbs, right? And also, if there's like really old neighborhoods, there may just be a bunch of old people and no kids, you know? So maybe the kids that are there go to a neighborhood that actually has kids or something, you know? I don't know. Something. There's something to it for other people, not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like a general, maybe it's just because like I've been away from my family for so long, and I don't typically go visit for the holidays because that involves traveling, and you know, that's the last thing I want to do with my vacation days.
Yeah.
But I guess just like since I've become an adult, I have definitely felt a shift in like holiday spirit, or just like the general, like it felt maybe, I don't know what, maybe it's just because I'm an adult and I don't do those things for myself, but I just feel like it's universal that like the excitement and the activities that people, you know, once did for like Thanksgiving and Christmas and Halloween and all that has kind of been waning for a while. You know what I mean? Yeah. But maybe that's just me.
Some of that might be because you're old, but you don't have kids.
Yeah.
It's
Could
like
be.
suddenly like it's important for us to like make a big deal out of holidays now. Although I don't know, when you lived here, right? Like we did like Friendsgiving and stuff,
Yeah.
right? Like we would have everybody come over and Jeanette would make a huge fucking vat of mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
And John would make something, you know. Well,
I guess it was just because maybe it's because growing up, like holidays were like big because, you know,
Right.
like my whole family would like get together and it would just be like, it would be everyone like crammed into one
Mhm.
house eating a shitload of food and just a lot of shenanigans, really.
Yeah. I mean, if I still hung out with my like extended family, they do like a big thing in the town that you used to live in. I have an uncle up there.
Oh yeah.
And like they have like a big property, and that whole side of my family shows up there and does like a big giant dinner and all that, but we just don't go, even though it's only like, you know, 15-20 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, you know. Well, right, yeah, Jeanette's kind of nailed it.
Ah, okay.
There's a reason.
yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, my
it's a
family's
problem.
not, but they are religious, which, you know, no hate on religious people.
yeah, you used to be one.
I used
so,
to be
you
one,
know.
so it would be a little hypocritical of me, I guess, in a way. My mom and I did get into it a little bit because she was like, I don't know, we were looking outside. She got a pretty good view in her hotel room, and she was like looking out, and,
Mhm.
and I don't know, she said something, and I was like, she said something about it being made or whatever, and I was like, I don't think it was made. I think it just kind of happened. And she's like, "Ugh, something like that doesn't just happen." Like looking out at the view, and I was like, oh, I don't want to get into it, but I did.
Just like it literally does. You can see the erosion. It changes year over year. We can measure it.
Yeah. We got into it a little bit, but like nothing, you know, like we don't get into like screaming matches or anything, but afterwards,
Sure.
like, you know, it was pretty heavy though. And then when we got downstairs, cause we were like going, maybe it was when we were on our way to our spa appointment or something else. And Anna was like, man, there's a stark difference between how you two talk about things that are like serious and like how, you know, my mom and I could talk about like the level of what's the right word?
Mutual respect.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like remains even when we're like hard disagreeing with each other.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's true. Anyway, I'm having fun. This could just be the whole podcast. However, this is
a Stray Kids
Kids podcast,
Yeah.
and we do have a prepared plan tonight. And the prepared plan is okay. There's a dog running by. The prepared plan is for us to watch the complete story of the mixtapes and then Skizflix, because they're all supposed to be connected in some way.
Okay.
Then there is like a video we're going to watch. I don't think we're going to watch all of these. I have a playlist. I'll just link the whole playlist. So if you're interested, listener, in the future, I will link the playlist and you can just watch it all at your leisure, even if it's a different video that I've removed or we skipped or whatever. You can watch the whole thing. But there's some lore. There's some like Stray Kids lore that apparently happens. And there is a video that kind of gives you the like the kind of details on the lore of the mixtape storyline. So I don't understand that, other than like seems like they're in school and they like girls. Other than that, got nothing, right? So I know that we have promised a long time ago to talk to one of our more lore heavy friends in Discord and have them come on and explain it to us, because I've watched videos before and like I I don't know. Sometimes I think that people are onto something, and sometimes I think people are writing their own headcanon. And so I want to see the delineation, you know what I mean? So we're going to watch through there's a bunch of music videos we're going to watch through, and then we're going to watch the new Skizflix that just came out for Rockstar. And then we'll just kind of like see, you know, what it's doing. Hopefully I have these in order. Are these the right order? Because this was the way the playlist was. We have Mixtape on Track, then we have the Unveil for Beamy, then we have Mixtape O. This is not the release order because I know that, you know, we've got Mixtape O, then we've got The View, then we have X, and then we have Skizflix. Should X be moved up, or is this the right order? Does anybody know? Because I don't know.
Who's the Mixtape? Shouldn't Mixtape Majesty know about the mixtape order?
Mixtape Majesty is not Mixtape Majesty. No, you gotta go down. You go up, then you go down. You go Mixtape Majesty. Try that.
I want a little like I want a little like up at the end of the like Mixtape Majesty.
Oh, that's perfect. Mixtape Majesty. Is that too much?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut all this out. Don't worry.
No,
I'll leave it in for Patreon. You know, that is exclusive content just for Patreon.
Okay. Well, whatever.
Okay.
I mean, who cares?
So
Let's just watch
the question
it in
is
order.
right. So we've got there's a lore order here for the mixtapes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there was a playlist that was shared in our Discord of like, here's all the videos, right, for the lore of the mixtapes, right? And so, but the order on the playlist is Mixtape on Track, the Unveil for Be Me, then Mixtape O, then The View, then X. And I feel like X should be much higher, right? X first? Yeah, okay. X first. Let's slide that up there. I don't think it's going to matter because
X first.
Well, X is going to give it to you. Look, DMX.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if X is part of the lore, but it's on the playlist, so we're gonna watch it. And then if we get to the like Mixtape O storyline explained video, and then it's totally left out, cool. Good use of time. At least it's a good song, right? Yeah, it's on the playlist that was shared. So all right, we're gonna start with X. Let's get into it. Are you ready, Tom? Are you ready?
By Grabthar's Hammer.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I was 100% waiting for him to say what a savings. Okay.
No, I cut it off.
I thought you inserted the yes, like yes, and then he was going to be like, what a savings.
What a savings.
I thought I was going to restart.
Oh
not just
my
continue.
God. Oh my God.
Okay.
That's great. That's great. All right. Should we watch X? This is the music video for X. We are going to start it shortly. As soon as everybody's joined the watch together, I think we got it. All right. X
Gone
coming
to
in.
you.
All right, Tom, that was X. What do you think about the lore in that video?
Could you explain it to me? Because I.
All right. Well, like, here's the thing,
Yeah.
right? Is that like my favorite part of watching that was then seeing the chat go by going, oh, yeah, this definitely shouldn't have been the first one. And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
well, okay. This is supposed to go after Beamy, apparently.
Okay.
I'm gonna look, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna slide that down on the playlist, but we're not gonna rewatch it.
Yeah.
On Track is still first though, right? On Track, Beamy, then X, then Mixtape O, then The View.
I think we're on track to just
We're
wing
on
it.
track.
We're on track to just go for it. And who?
Well,
Look, it's
Deep-
like a jigsaw puzzle, okay? We just listen to them out of order and try to piece it together ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, look, would you want to see somebody cut up Memento into the correct order from the
that
beginning?
Would be awful. Yeah,
That'd
what
be
a
terrible.
shit movie.
You wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
I don't mean that
so,
that is a shit movie. I mean that version of it would be a shit
right. It'd be
movie.
terrible.
Yeah,
That's like, it's like, okay, when I was like trying to look up in what order should I watch The Walking Dead, and all the articles were like, here's how to watch it in chronological order,
Right.
and I was just like, nobody wants that. Why are all these articles that? Why would anyone want to say like, you know, they made this series with an intention and all these spin-offs with an intention for like where everything lands in the timeline, and using like creative ways to like, you know, give a nod here and there to the different shows. But I'm going to say fuck all that and their decisions, and I'm just going to watch it in the correct order. That's
Right.
stupid. Anyway, maybe on a rewatch, right? But not the first time through. That's crazy.
I think like it kind of reminds me of like Game of Thrones, you know, and House of Dragon, because like when we were watching the House of Dragons or whatever, I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, I remember them talking about this in Game of Thrones.
What?
Right. So
Yeah,
like
right,
I get to
exactly.
see this as like a memory basically,
Right.
from when I like heard about it, you know, from the storybooks while watching Game of Thrones, and that's
Right.
super cool. Imagine how lame it would be to watch House of Dragons and then go watch Game of Thrones and be like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that you're like, that literally just happened. Anyway, so the story of this one, I'm not going to be able to go deep, especially not yet, right? But it looks like, at least from the this is the surface level music video, right? Like, and from the lyrics and everything, right? Is that there are ghosts all over the apartment. Those are the memories of the partner who was there. But they're all there. Why are they all there? Why are they all there? All right. Anyway, okay. But in this one, let's just say they're all the same person. How about
Okay.
that?
Wait,
What if they're all the
who's
same
all
person?
the same person?
All 8 members of Stray Kids, they're one person.
Okay, right, I got you.
What if? Okay, hold on. Hear me out here. What if
hearing.
they are different like parts of the personality of one being?
Oh,
Because that would make sense. Because saying they are 8 people who dated the same person and live in the same apartment doesn't really make sense, right? And then also hurt them and broke up with them. so here's my theory after watching one music video and trying to think about it, is that you say they have, okay, somebody said, or they have different ghosts. I think the ghosts are different memories they had of the person they broke up with, or that broke up with them,
Maybe-
together in the house. So they're everywhere they go, they see ghosts of the past,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Maybe it's just a ghost house and it's 8 different people living 8 different lives that all just happen to be like the same thing happened, kind of like similar things
Okay,
happened.
all right, okay.
So they're all telling their side of what happened to them.
What if Bang Chan is actually the one who was in this relationship that was toxic and stuff, and everyone else, they're his bros, and they came over and they tried to cheer him up.
They're just like, yeah,
They
wasn't
dressed up
your
as
fault.
ghosts. No, yeah, they dressed up as ghosts, and they were just like, surprise!
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then they all jumped on a trampoline and ran around in the park. That's the story.
It's like his hype squad. Like
Yeah, that's
he
right.
called up the boys
He's-
and he was
he's
like,
depressed.
I got broken up with and I did nothing wrong. And his boys are like, we fucking got you.
The lyrics explicitly say, I did everything wrong.
Oh.
I can't wait. I want your hate to turn to anger so that you can let it go and then we can try again.
Oh.
That's how the song ends.
Okay.
So it is Bang Chan's fault. Sorry, Bang Chan, you did it dirty, but your boys are gonna support you anyway.
Yeah.
All right, your boys are there for you. Okay, they're gonna dress up as ghosts. Then they're gonna hang out at your apartment and surprise you, and then you're gonna go to the park and jump on a trampoline.
And
Like,
then
that's
they're-
the story.
Well, and then they're
That's
gonna
the
go.
lore.
And then they're gonna go to Han River
And
where they
kiss all the homies.
Exactly.
Yes. Now we're talking. Look, maybe they all kissed at the apartment. They were all there.
But
we didn't
that's
see it. It
not
happened off
kissing the
camera.
homies at Han River.
That's true. It's a little different. It's a little different.
You
yeah.
gotta kiss the homies.
Yeah,
If you're gonna kiss the
gotta
homies
kiss 'em.
anywhere, it's gotta be at Han River.
That's true. We didn't see them kiss, so I think you're right. I think you're right.
Or is it like
Well-
a Fight Club type situation where like they all think that they're different people, but really it's the same person?
Right. Well, so it could be, 8 personalities in one brain, a la Identity. You remember the movie Identity?
Identity.
With John Cusack.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
Oh, well, then fucking spoilers. Because that is not told to you at the beginning of the movie. That is like the 10th hour reveal at the end. Sorry.
Is that what
Sorry.
Fight Club is about? Rogue, have you never seen Fight Club? It's like, okay, spoilers for anyone who hasn't
Spoilers for
seen
Fight Club.
For anyone who hasn't seen Fight Club that's been out for like 20 fucking years, but the narrator and Tyler Durden are the same person.
Big shock.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, technically we're not supposed to talk about Fight Club, but the whole point of the Fight Club is to go against the rules, and that's why everyone laughs when they're talking about how they're breaking the first rule.
Right. Yeah. I see a lot of people here that haven't been here before. So people have been listening to rule number 1 and everybody laughs.
Because the whole point is to not follow the rules.
Right. Yep. True. Anyway, Identity,
that's a good
pretty
movie.
good movie. Sorry, I spoiled the end there. It's still worth watching. I like it a lot. Although I imagine if I rewatched it today, I would go, oh, little problematic treatment of psychological problems here. But okay. Just a tad. I mean, it's like literally like, this guy's a murderer. So we're gonna. All right, here's all right. I'm just gonna spoil it because I've already spoiled the end. All right. Yeah, then you can watch it. All right, never mind. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Moving
I'll
on.
spoil it only for Patreon. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, well, let's add in the lore from on mixtape On Track.
Yeah.
And see if we can combine it with what we've already determined from which is obviously true from X, right?
I don't think we even came to a consensus on that, but sure.
What is a consensus anyway?
Who knows? All
right. That's okay. So that's On Track. Tom, what do you think of the lore for On Track?
So the lore,
Yeah, and it is a good question of what have your opinions of these songs changed, because I think originally you weren't so into them, but I do want to know about the lore first. Let's hit that.
Okay. So
The lore.
is my understanding of this song is that like Hyunjin is in love with Lino, and
Yes, that's correct. Who isn't?
yeah, right, fair. But okay, so he likes the girl, but the girl is dating probably, I'm assuming, not him, which is the key there, right?
I don't think that they're actually dating. I think that that both of them are very like incelish about this whole thing. They both like this girl from afar and are working on this movie together. They're all working on this movie together. And so in the movie, Lino and the girl are together. Like they're they're like shooting their own drama. But they both like her. And then of course at the end we get the scene of Hyunjin like pulling her hand away from Lino, even though that's what they're supposed to shoot in the movie, which ruins the movie, by the way. Hyunjin ruining the movie.
I remember
like
when we watched
what the
this.
fuck?
Yeah.
So yeah. But so I early on I thought, man, I need to know who this actress is, or if she's an idol or something. She is professional, because that scene where she's sitting between Lino and Hyunjin and they both look so fucking good and they're both staring deeply at her. I'm like, how did she not be like, I gotta go. I need a break. I gotta go lay down on the ground. I gotta go. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. She ran holding hands at one point. Like, what the fuck? I mean, who wouldn't be twirling their hair and kicking their feet? You know, that's what they do, right? Anyway, yeah. But as far as the lore goes, if we say that these two are connected, are we saying that the girl involved? Now, in this, all the members seem to be working on the movie together when they're actually doing the shoot. But, however, I don't know. Okay, IN is there, but is only ever really acknowledged by Hyunjin, or is only next to Hyunjin. So is he really there? Is this still a case of... are the only three people here? Are they only Lino and Hyunjin, and everybody else is like figment of the imagination, right? Or some kind of different part of their personality? I don't know. It's not really that was more clear to me. I feel like in X as a possibility. There were no running around parks and jumping on trampolines, however, in this one. So you know.
Okay. Are you predisposed to think about this as a sort of like these are personalities and not actual people? Like where are you pulling that from?
Okay, the only reason that I thought that about the previous one is that they were never really in the same shot together, except for the last one, which was like a very like it was shot like a dream sequence, like Vaseline over the fucking lens, where it looks like it's not. Like they're so they weren't like touching each other. You know what I mean? No interaction, no eye contact, no nothing. They're just all solo until the end where there's like the part where they're doing the ring around the rosy and it's very like dreamy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that maybe that is I'm probably wrong, right? Like that's the thing. I'm just guessing. We're theorizing, okay? We're doing the deep lore,
this
okay?
Is, theory.
So if
theory crafting,
yeah, right, exactly. So if we take that for granted, then maybe all the other people who were working on the shoot, who were just standing around looking at scripts and shit, maybe they weren't actually there. Maybe that was like, oh well, like no, like Hyunjin was actually the one who was doing the script and doing this and that, adjusting the lights, and then got the shot right and then was ready to film it. And all those other people who were standing around weren't actually there. Maybe, could be. But if it's not the case, then in that case, and everybody's real, we make the assumption everybody's real. In this, I've got two converging storylines. Okay, if everybody's real, then maybe I was wrong in the last one about it being Bangchan as the one who broke up with the girl, and instead it was Hyunjin because he grabbed her hand, which means that he wanted to be with her. And
but does that mean they got together?
I guess not. But maybe
is that all it takes? All you gotta do is just grab a girl's hand and then boom, you're dating. Like
yeah, that's how it works. Okay, all right. What if? All right. Okay, all right. So there's the fight, right?
Kinship equals almost married.
It does. Okay, according to my daughter, it absolutely does. We were watching, we've been watching Nightmare Before Christmas a lot, and at the end where Sally and Jack get together in front of the moon and they like hold hands and like kind of embrace. Michelle's like, they're married now.
Okay.
And so she's like just trying to figure out what that means. What does married mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hugging is for weddings only. It's adorable. And Jeanette had tried to talk to her about it and be like, do you know what married means, kind of a thing? And she's like, I don't know if she said, I don't know from the very beginning. And then like Jeanette was like, well, it's when like two people love each other and they want to become a family together. And so like, and she's like, oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, Jeanette asked her if she wanted to get married. Right. And her answer is a typical 4-year-old's perspective on whether or not she wants to get married. And the answer was yes, when she's much bigger, which agreed.
Yeah. I mean, that's smart. Yeah.
Yeah. And that she wants to either marry Jeanette, me, or Logan.
Okay.
Yeah. which Jeanette had to be like, well, we're already a family. We want to expand our family.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you should find, you can find somebody who's not in our family to marry.
Right.
It's-
Preferably. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, marrying is making a family. I think it's a good answer. I think that's great.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, so if they're related, right? So there's a fight, right? There's this fight between Lino and Hyunjin suddenly over a girl, and maybe the girl's inconsequential, but in X there's clearly a girl or a relationship that went wrong. And that could be a future relationship. I don't know. They look older than high school in X. So maybe they were more grown up and they have their own apartment, presumably.
Mm-hmm.
But they get in a fight. Lino fighting with Hyunjin. Although I don't, as much as that's true, the way they looked at each other with their eyes at the end there, I'm like, oh no, they're in love. The two of them. Lino and
Right.
Hyunjin.
Yeah.
Jeanette, it was giving Fast and the Furious. Yeah, okay. So are you ready to watch the unveil for Be Me? Because Be Me doesn't have its own MV, but we did get an unveil, which gives us some additional lore. You ready for more Stray Kids lore? Let's do it. Be Me. Here we go.
Okay.
이제 너를 떠나봤니? 지겹게 머릿속을 헤집어도 나 이제 너를 떠나봤니? 너를 보낼수록 난 높이 날아.
That was the unveil for Be Me. What do you think? What do you think about that?
It's they're playing basketball.
They did play basketball at the end there. If we take X as they're more grown up, not in high school, and a through line I think does go between On Track and Be Me, which would be that they were fighting Lino and Hyunjin over a girl, like they were battling each other or whatever. But in Be Me, like they had each other's backs because they were being attacked presumably by a biker gang. And if you do see at one point, all of the members have some kind of injury on their face, just a little bit of blood or something, which means they got the gang back together, like there was a split, there was a fight, but your boys have your back, which then would easily transition into X where Bang Chan had a bad breakup and all the friends show up in their ghost costumes to make him happy again. I think I'm onto something here. I think that I figured it out. This is the lore. You can't take it away. All right. Yeah, don't say not quite. We're going to find out when we watch the video where somebody explains to me what it's supposed to be. I've connected the dots. They were friends. Then they fought. There was a split. There was a rift. And then they got attacked by a biker gang and were forced to band together. And then they fell in love again. And then they all played basketball. And then and Felix recorded a home video of it. And they all enjoyed watching it. Wasn't it nice to see that video? Be Me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why did Han burn the script? Because fuck this movie. I got my boys. That's all I really needed the whole time, right?
Yeah. Bros. Be Me.
Before bros before.
Wait, it's called Be Me.
yeah.
Okay.
What?
I'm putting the pieces together now.
Okay, help me understand.
It's called Be Me.
Mhm.
Okay. They're all the same person.
I fucking knew it.
It's his bros, but like it's his internal hype men. Okay. And so here's
Okay.
the thing. In it's about self-love. Okay, so the first one we've got On Track, right?
Gotcha.
He's into this girl, but he feels like maybe he's not good enough because there could be someone else, and he in his visions of this scenario, it is Lino, right? But like Lino's just a metaphor for him not being good
Okay.
enough himself.
Can I tell you that how much I think you're right? Okay, or at least how much you could be right. Okay, because here's the thing. In case 143, they are literally in Lino's mind and telling him, no, you shouldn't go for love. You've been hurt before.
Yeah.
And they are, it's literally this lore that we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
They are literally the parts of his personality jumping in and going, yo, bro, what are you doing? Don't take a chance on love again.
See?
You've been hurt before.
Oh, see, okay, so that's what's going on in On Track. He's like,
Right.
I'm into this girl, but I don't think I'm good enough. And then, but he's like, you know what? I just gotta be me. I just gotta hype myself up. I gotta talk to my internal boys and be like, yeah, I'm fucking cool. I'm awesome. I'm a really cool guy, and I'm just gonna go for it. And then we get to X when they break up, because maybe he was just too cool,
Yeah.
for that relationship, which makes sense,
Yeah.
if you think about it.
And also, I mean, like, hold on. Let's expand the lore more, okay?
Yeah.
I am not. I am who. I am you.
Yeah.
I am you.
Oh,
They are all you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, right?
What
it
is-
all connects.
What is a clay?
A key. Clay is key
Key?
in French.
Like,
yeah, it's
like
key
what
in
kind
French.
of key? Like key to open a lock, or key is
Yeah,
like
to open a lock.
musically?
Well, I mean, it could be metaphorical key. And the first one, it's a key to the maze. Because it's Miro. And the second one, it's Yellow Wood. It's about making choices between two different paths you could take, right?
Yeah.
And then the third one is just it doesn't even have a number. It's just about the wind. All right, Levanter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think we need to watch the next one to really start getting things into view. You know what I mean?
All right.
We need.
Okay. Well, the next one is
we need to get. We need
This-
some.
look.
We need some realization going on here.
I love that mixtape O is part of this because mixtape O was my top Stray Kids song until Scars dethroned it. Yeah, so it's still in my top 10. So I love this song. And I also appreciate that the Korean character for this looks like a weird way of writing O, like OH.
손을 잡으면 자꾸만 내 거리게만 보여 날 그렇게 보지 말라고 날 없지 않고 이광을 부려 너와 죽었어 내게로 계획을 세워봐도 여전히 네 옆에서는 나는 애야
All right.
I got it.
That is all right. You got it. All right. Take it away, Tom. What
Okay.
is it?
So now, so they went through the breakup because maybe he was just like, he was a little too confident. He made things, he let things go to his head, and she didn't like that. She liked him before when he was,
More put together, we might say.
oh yeah.
More put together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. And now he's like, shit. Like, I suck. Like, I'm not as good as I thought I was. Yeah. So I'm so
okay.
confused though. Is he okay? We gotta know. Is he saying, can I refer to you as baby? Can I refer to you romantically? Right? Or may I call you sometime sweetheart. You know?
That's the first one. Am I allowed to call you my baby?
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I call you my baby?
Can I call you baby? Hey. Yeah. Okay. So here's some things, right? Here's some things, right?
Yeah, lay it on me.
Okay.
Baby.
IN in 7-Eleven reaching for the chocolate milk. The chocolate milk is the same chocolate milk that he took out of Hyunjin's hands. This little triangle chocolate milk that he took out of Hyunjin's hands in which one was that? Oh, no, it was On Track. All right, in On Track. So it was the same one. Now here's okay. Coffee milk. It was coffee milk. I guess that makes sense. They're adults now. Okay, we don't drink chocolate milk. We need coffee milk.
I drink chocolate milk all the time. Like, what are you talking about?
Look, I know. Anyway, the milk pyramid is the part that matters, right? Is that he's got the milk pyramid. There's another milk pyramid in. Okay, so in that moment, I feel like IN is the personality, right? The driven personality. I'm going off the assumption now we've come to the determination that they are one person, one unit. As Stray Kids as a whole of 8 members is one soul, and that's why they made that promise while kissing each other at Han River. This is the deep lore. Yeah. It's not in any of the music videos, but you've heard it here first. Right. So what wigged me out here is there's a moment there, right? He reaches for the milk, and then Felix reaches forward, grabs that shit, and yanks it, right? He takes it and says something to him and then disappears. Like, he's there 1 second. Like, it's all the same. Like, it's not the same shot, but, it's the same moment. He hasn't, like, IN hasn't, like, grabbed his, right? So anyway, he grabs it, yanks it out, and then he's like, whoa, what's up, buddy? And then, boof, just disappears. Which I'm like, okay. So Felix, I think,
doesn't
all right, if
like
we're
coffee milk.
He disappears, right? IN hasn't grabbed his own coffee milk. He's obviously, maybe he went there because he was feeling nostalgic, right? He's trying to put himself back together. He's had this horrible breakup. He wishes he was back with the ex. He needs to find himself, and he's feeling nostalgic. He's like, you know what I used to have when I was in high school? Back when I was first trying to figure out love and stuff, I used to have this coffee milk pyramid. And I remember that time. I'm going to go get some from the 7-Eleven. He goes there. Boom. Felix appears. Then disappears. Oh, he's rediscovered a part of himself.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then because there's another point, right, where Hyunjin is painting, right? He's at the studio. He's painting away. Then he leaves. He's out on the porch. He's out on like the little porch. He's looking out over Han River, I assume, thinking about how he used to kiss his homies.
Right.
And in the meantime, Lino shows up, writes him a little note, sticks it on the painting, saying, "Oh, love yourself." Something. I don't know what it actually says. Can I call you baby? You make me feel like a baby when we hold hands. Something. I don't know. So he's that is happening, right? And I'm like, okay, if they were, let's say they were like a rotating cast of personalities, a la the movie I will not reference again because I don't want to spoil it for you. Spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to get a message to another one of your personalities who is obsessed with doing this painting, and that personality was aware of the other personality existing, they could pass a message by doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to leave a message so that the other personality could discover that and they're all trying to find their way back together, which at the end it appears that they do. Is that all the different personalities, as they're riding around town and feeling all depressed about the current existence and feeling separated from each other, come together at the end and are together, which I think if we move into The View will confirm our suspicions that they are together again. So let's watch The View. Let's see if that holds true. You know?
이제는 맘 편해 I like it 이 느낌 and I'll never ever let it go I like the view right now yeah, yeah. I like the view right now I like the view right now
I gotta pause it for just a second.
Okay.
I don't know what Felix is saying in Korean, but there's a part in here where it sounds like he says titty.
Okay.
Just gonna jump it back. Just listen very closely here.
Titty booyah.
I've always heard it. I've never not heard it.
Oh yeah. Wait. Bring
You want to go back again?
it back.
Titty booyah.
Titty boo, yeah. Anyway, that was The View. Tom,
Well,
what do you think?
Well, so Felix was talking about
Titty
titties,
booyah.
and
Yeah.
they were singing "I Like the View Right Now," which like perfect pairing in my opinion. I mean,
Yeah, that did happen. Although
Can't go wrong
Well,
with
that
some
is
titties.
true. Well, at least according to Felix, but I'm
Right.
not sure that has anything to do with the lore. What do you think about the lore, Tom?
All right.
This is important.
so it was like, look, I'm gonna be honest. I had a hard time concentrating after you were like, Felix says titty.
I'm very sorry. Very sorry. Okay. Here's the I jumped back at one point because I realized that there's a moment. So in the music video, they're all together. So theory proven, right? They all get back together. They're one personality, and they're feeling the world becomes good again, right? There's a moment when they're all happy. They're on the little grassy hill, where there are these like pedestals with these like old monitors on them.
Yeah.
And I had to jump back for a second because the monitors appeared to have images. I'm going to see if I can skip back to it right now. Yeah, here we go. Oh, I just had it.
Yeah, I
just
saw,
had
I
it.
saw a little tidbit.
But it appears to be images from the previous videos. So I'm thinking of those as memories. You know, there are some of their whole. They have these memories. They have these memories of things that happened, you know, back in the past, you know, and they're you know a sum of their parts, and they're moving forward in life because they're all together. Yeah, you can see the background there. Yeah, I think this is right. I think we've nailed this. I do have a question for the people who have watched this playlist, and that is that I don't believe that Skizflix was out when this like mixtape storyline explained was released. But I think that we should watch Skizflix before we watch that, so we can make our own determination.
Sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it does, yeah, there's a part in it. So all of them have cakes, and a lot of them have Felix staring at a cake. And in this one, you know, they have the big sign that says like dreams come true for those who truly want it. And then it's standing in front of that sign, they blow out the candle finally. Yeah, all of them have cakes, but they blow it out in this one. So maybe that's the wish for them to come together and move on with their life, you know?
Yeah. You know, you see the headphones that
They blew it out in X. Yeah, they blew it out in X, but they wished for the wrong thing.
you see the headphones that he's wearing right now?
Sennheisers, yeah.
Sennheiser, baby.
Yeah. Product placement. You think they got paid for that? They definitely did.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah. Dreams come true for those who truly want them. All right. Rockstar Skizflix.
Okay.
This is brand spanking new. This just came out like a day ago. And this has like been long promised. You want the subbies on because this is gonna be full on acting as far as I know. It's only 10 minutes long. I say only. And we're gonna watch it and find out and we'll put the rest of the pieces together. I imagine. Supposedly in the storyline after this is the song "Leave" that is going to be on the Rockstar album. So whenever that music video drops, we'll
that comes
be
out
able
in
to.
like 7 days, right?
Yeah. Although not necessarily the music video.
Right.
So
No, that's fine.
But
I just
yeah.
mean the music.
yeah, right. The music, which we will be doing a special episode for, where we're gonna listen to it live.
On the 10th. Oh, that's next Friday. Hell yeah. Cool. Perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect timing. I
Yeah.
mean, they look.
Boom,
I
boom,
know.
pow. Yeah, let's get it.
Before they announced the next album, Tom reached out to Christopher and said like, hey, like, we always record on Friday, and like, so it would be really nice if we could do this, if you could release the next album on a Friday so that we could record when it releases. Would that be okay? And then like, yeah, of course, got it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, what he forgot about was the international dateline. So we might have to record on Thursday. So anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll get it scheduled. And we'll watch Skizflix right now. Let's do it.
용복이 어디 갔어? 용복이가 누구야?
That was Skizflix. Explain.
Okay, so apparently Felix isn't real.
Well, in it, okay, so they're like, there's a Felix is there with Lino. There's like a sheen over him when they're first seen by Han, which could mean that, Felix isn't really there or something. But since the idea of the short film that they're making is multiverses, and that there's somebody who's like kind of split between universes, this character IN is playing, who's like gonna go back to his own universe. I gotta go now. What my thought is that perhaps Felix is the one the whole time or Felix and Lino are from a different universe, and Lino came over to this universe at some point, not sure when they were making the movie, and in this universe, Felix wasn't a part of it or whatever, wasn't there. Or they were all inside one of their minds the whole time, and there was no contest.
Yeah. So he goes back to, like, at the end there when he runs up on Felix, who's sitting down.
He runs back into the woods,
and he's like,
where it starts.
Felix is like all beat up like he was in the beginning.
Right.
So it's like repeating itself, but from the other perspective.
Right. Cyclical. Yeah. But although, like, when Felix looked at him, hold on, let me just back it up just for like 1 second or whatever. There was like a little bit of look of recognition. I mean, Lino clearly recognizes him. Oh, maybe there isn't. He kind of squints his eyes at him like, man, I don't know. Man, that's fucking. I guess when he runs up, yeah, Felix isn't there.
We can't
know. They only show the corner.
Right.
It's only by implication would they say that Felix wasn't there. Lino didn't see him at the end. I don't know. Yeah, and Felix definitely squints there for a second, like, do I?
Okay.
Do I know you?
Kind
of thing, or?
Is that the case, or are we going lie to me on there and being like, oh, the micro expressions on Felix's face?
Look, Lie to Me was a good show, so maybe it was the micro expressions. Also, the thing about this is like, hold on. Phil, there are letter there. What does it say? What do you mean? Let's see. There are letter. Let's see.
At the end, like when it's fading out after this.
Oh, it says Coca-Cola.
It says
Titty
titty.
booyah.
Let's see. when like the film burn effect happens. It was a flame, like blowing out a candle, and then it says Stray Kids everywhere, all around the world. You make Stray Kids stay, and then it says Stray Kids,
What letter?
and you hear the breath. Yes. Anyway,
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know. I don't get it anymore. I feel like our theory was better than them actually just doing a film project at a school. You know what I mean? Like, I think that there was deeper meaning going on there. Okay. Jeanette asked to watch it again. Should we watch it again?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Let's back it up. Let's watch the whole thing. Oh, at the very beginning. Wait. This is the same effect at the end.
Yeah. He's lighting a candle. Oh, but he blows it out.
And he blows it out. There's a wish. Wishes come true for those who truly want them.
He wants to be an actor.
He wants to be an actor. I like our theory about how they want to put their life back together and be a better person in the future. But, you know, like, whatever.
Yeah. Well, he says he wants to be an actor because he can be anyone. Like, he wants to be a better person.
Okay, at the beginning here, Lino doesn't seem to recognize Felix. I think Lino and Felix are the same person from different universes.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they end up in the same place. That's why they have the same injuries. And they just crossed over. And it's kind of like, what if you meet yourself in another universe, like your doppelganger kind of a thing.
Flino.
So Lino just got done fighting some the biker gang in the Be Me music video.
Wait, they have little name tags on. Are they the same?
Or maybe we'll get a close up. It's too blurry. I can become anyone. Same person.
I think their name tags are the same.
Oh, that moment there was the most clear I've seen it. Hold on. They look pretty close, right?
Yeah.
They look pretty close.
Pretty
All right,
close.
anyway. All right. But yeah, right. This is definitely like a enhance. Like, I wish that the middle character looks different, but it could just be that like there's some shadow. I don't know. Oh yeah. Yeah. It just looks close because they're both Lees. That's a good point. See, is this just lens flare or is it meaning something? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. You notice who's out of focus? At first I thought, oh, well, you know, Felix is the one from another universe here. But at the end of that, Lino is the one who's out of focus.
Right.
Oh, okay. So Felix just turned into Lino just then. Because Felix was the one sitting up. That was the change. Also, the poster here gives you the indication, multi-universe short film festival. Dreams come true to those who truly want them, although they didn't plural dreams. It's just dream come true. Weird. Lino is Felix right now. Felix is Lino in Lino's body. Do you ever see the Jet Li movie, The One?
Yeah.
So I think they're the ones, you know what I mean? Like, they are the reflections of each other in different timelines, or not different timelines, but different universes. And so when they met and they start, you know, so there's this whole thing about like, okay, like, you know, at the beginning, Lino kind of like wakes up and he's like, I don't know where I am. I don't know you. There's clearly, it happens right after a wish is made on a candle. I think the assumption is that wish was being made by Felix, and maybe that's why he came over to this universe. But I think that they were kind of inhabiting the same body for a little while there, because there's some crossover, like the moment where we see Felix sitting up in the video, and then like it cuts, and Lino is the one who's sitting up, not laying on the lap, and it's like So, and then there's a point where they're playing basketball where he's told that he would shoot the basket and look cool or whatever, or that he would be in the movie and he would look cool. And he's like, what, me? But at the beginning, Lino's like, yeah, I'm going to be an actor. It makes me feel free and stuff. Like, he feels like very like sure of himself. So like for him to be like, what? I'm going to look good on a camera? Like, I think that's why I said, like, I think that's Felix.
Right.
Yeah. So people were saying that that there's more lore in the Leave unveil. Did we not watch that? Had we not watched the Leave unveil? Does somebody want to link that and we could watch it?
I don't remember that if we did.
No,
I don't
not
know,
yet.
man.
Okay.
It's all confusing now. I don't know.
I liked our theory. I miss our theory. I miss it.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Titty Booyah.
Titty booyah. Boom boom pow, yeah, let's get it. Well, I see there's 4 other videos on this.
Yeah, we're not
playlist.
watching all those. Don't worry. There's only one other one that we were actually going to watch. I'm just gonna click on this real quick just to see how long it is. 10 minutes? No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But we can watch this. And I'm just gonna grab the link here.
I see a suggested video here. Backdoor explained. Look, to understand Backdoor, you just got to go to my TikTok.
It's true. Everybody knows this, and if they don't, they should. TX Tom, follow him.
I think it's TX_Tom.
Hell, that's too much work.
True.
Okay, hold on. So this is the unveil for Leave, which is a sequel to Skizflix. All right, let's watch it.
Titty booyah.
All right. In general, I realize that I have overthought the whole thing.
Okay.
What? Okay. I think we're right about, okay. Felix blew out the candle, wished to be away from wherever he was in his universe, actually got to the other universe, meets Lino. Lino's confused. They get to know each other while they're walking through the woods. They get scouted by this director, this big shot director. They make this movie. They're doing all this stuff. But at a certain point, Felix realizes that, like, this isn't his world. He has to go back. He makes another wish so that, like, he's not interrupting this world. He's not, like, interrupting the natural order of things. He goes back to his world. Poof, he's gone. Thinking that when he goes, they're not going to remember, right? And everybody loses their memory except for Lino. Lino remembers him, runs back to where they first met, and Felix is back where they first met, but on his side of things.
Right.
And so in the Leave music video, we're following. We see him blow the candle out, and then he's by himself. He still has the memories, but he's by himself.
Right.
So, yeah. And what else happens? I have no idea, but we're not going to find out until we get to the next one. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a 10-minute lore video. Maybe we could watch that sometime. I don't think we're gonna. We've spent too much time on the lore. I like our lore.
Yeah. Our lore is superior.
Our lore is superior
For now.
Everything is confusion
Until Christopher comes out and says, this is what it all means. And then we'll go, oh, okay.
Well, he would have to start doing Chan's rooms again. Would you text him?
Yeah.
I know he's probably been hearing it from a lot of different places, but if he heard it from you, I think he'd actually bring Chan's room back.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll let him know.
Yeah, right. Like the likelihood is that he probably said something on his birthday live and already actually revealed what the real answer is. Anyway, this was fun. Lore is cool. I'm glad that they did this. It was cool to see them act, and kind of I do wonder if the idea of doing Skizflix and actually showing them trying to act and do these different characters and stuff that are not themselves is to try and launch acting careers, because like K-pop stars do, like idols go and act all the time, right? We know that SF9, a bunch of their members were acting both on stage and on TV shows and stuff. So like, why not our boys, right? Yeah. And Lino is, ending his run being a host of Music Core tonight as we're recording this. And so, maybe that's to free him up to get some acting gigs. And this is like to show their chops, Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's cool regardless. It was fun to theorize. And we'll always have Titty Booyah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we will. And if you want to have Titty Booyah, you got to go to makeastay.com and you can follow us into Discord land where we have a lot of fun and do all these things. And you throw money at us on Patreon, and that would be cool too. And we'll all hang out and have a good time. Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Come, go to tittybooyah.com.
That's not the right one.
Oh, sorry. Go to
yeah.
makeastay.com and join the Titty Booyah. That's what I'm going to change the name of this server to
Oh, no.
to Titty Booyah.
Oh, no. Do you think that's going to get flagged by the Automod? I'm scrolling down. Automod reports. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Okay, well, bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Titty Booyah.
by Grabthar's hammer. What a savings.